Hey.
Are back! Welcome back to Bearded Ramblings, episode 45. The episode that makes you ask, my God, why is Lolo so low down on his screen? At this point, he's just going to be an egg at the bottom of it.
I ask that question half the time. What are you talking about?
There, I'm more centered now. Not my chi, just my camera.
Ali added glasses since I last looked. I like them.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You have a whole sort of lacy green thing going on.
And that's never a bad thing.
Damn right. We're joined by Lacey Green's biggest fanboy, Krendar.
Hello.
We're also...
It used to be Chris Reagan, but I heard that ended, so...
Oof. He's doing fine. He's selling underwear now.
Poor guy.
We're also joined by, for the first time, Ali Dean and the Human Being. We were going to have MedSpeds on.
Two very important guests.
Alas.
Weird.
Yeah, I just didn't want the screen to be empty down the bottom. If Med shows up during the night, then we'll add her. If not, then shit happens. But yeah, Ali, we're this is the first time you've been on the show, so how are you?
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Not at all. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well.
Very well.
She's drinking the meme, the White Claw meme. Of course, I drink.
Basic white girl.
I drink. In autumn, you're going to be getting tons of pumpkin spice just jammed into those things.
I was gonna say, is that why they call it White Claw? Because only white people drink it.
You're going to make let me guess, you don't like pumpkin spice?
I hate pumpkin spice.
Ooh, a bold, yeah. Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
I haven't had very many pumpkin spice products myself, but the ones I have been very chemically tasting. Like I like a natural pumpkin flavor, and if like spices you would use in a pumpkin pie are involved, great. But usually, pumpkin spice products you get at a store are just some sort of weird chemicals.
Yeah, they have
rather than just like the proper spices.
It's weird.
I think I had pumpkin spice stuff at a Starbucks, and I was like, this tastes like overpriced.
Well, you know that because you went to Starbucks.
Pretty much. Although I have to say, if you ever can, do pick up some of their mugs. Pick them up secondhand on like eBay or from Goodwill. They're not fucking worth it going directly to it, but some of their mugs are pretty cool looking, gotta say.
Also, that's why we here in Canada just go to Timmy's instead.
Yeah, I've been to Timmy's. I wouldn't recommend it.
I haven't had their pumpkin whatever either, but I do quite like their ice caps. For anybody who doesn't know what that means, it's iced cappuccino. Very tasty.
Very foamy though, right? Cappuccinos are like...
Well, the proper version of a cappuccino would be, but this is basically like a slushy, like a coffee flavored slushy.
Oh, like a frappuccino.
Yeah.
Nice.
Basically, it's the same idea or similar enough.
Hardcore coffee drinker right here, then most likely.
I know all the Starbucks lingo, being from Seattle.
Yeah,
you know the slang.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I think Timmy's made it as a response to the Starbucks Frappuccino.
We should get the shilling out of the way so it's not obnoxious later on. It's always obnoxious though, but it's like a band-aid. You're just going to rip it off. So if you, first of all, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe if you think you're going to enjoy it, or from the distant future that you will enjoy it. Also, if you check the links in the description, you will find Krendar's all-in-one, Ali's channel, which is I watched your Abby Shapiro twerking one. That was pretty good.
Oh dear, I have to go see that after the show.
Unfortunately, she doesn't twerk. That would be too cool.
Hilarious.
I twerk a little bit in it.
I assume it's her whining about people twerking.
Yeah.
I twerk. Abby doesn't twerk.
I don't think she could. Like maybe we should start like some sort of fund to try and see if we can get Abigail Shapiro to twerk in like one of her trad wife dresses. She'd probably do her back out. Anyway, away from Abigail's ass twerking or lack thereof. Also, if you check out, we have our Twitter and we have our Discord, and of course we have the stream goal down there at the bottom. Anything you could give towards us via Streamlabs would be much welcome. Not a requirement though, but you would help get along that bar, and that bar, it deserves to be blue. So I can do the I'm blue da doo dee doo doo die song.
I always enjoyed that song. Have you ever seen the music video for it though?
Yeah,
it
Eiffel
is
54.
bonkers.
It
is bonkers weird.
And we are so blue. Oh, you never saw it?
Mm-mm.
It's like really bad old CGI with a bunch of aliens for some reason. Like none of it makes any sense at all.
They're on a green. The guy is like on a green screen, and
love it. Okay.
It's terrible.
It's campy. It's very Euro trash. So of course I watched it a lot growing up.
Yeah, but I always enjoyed the actual song. Like just listening to the song on the radio or whatever. It was fun. I remember there was one. I remember one particular summer where there was like 4 or 5 songs that got played to death on the radio, so it got drilled into my brain, and that was one of them that summer, along with "Living La Vida Loca," "Mambo Number 5," and a couple of others. I'm brain on right now.
The Cougar soundtrack.
Yeah, I mean, I like all of these songs, but wow, they play them so often.
This also says no. I'm very humid right now and very clammy, despite my best efforts to the contrary. So I'm also very upset in general at everything.
We'll balance it out by the fact that I am very comfortable because of this machine over here. Why are you upset?
I am upset because I'm humid. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I feel grody and clammy and icky.
I mean, that makes sense. It's just something about the way you said it that sounded like there was an additional thing.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Oh, there is.
You're upset because Abby Shapiro's not twerking. That's what it is.
Yes. Okay. It is true. I want to see. I want to see her twerk. It's not even a sexual thing. It's just. I would like to see the aesthetic of it. It's also curiosity to see how well she'd do.
Here's a point of curiosity. Actually, is part of the definition of twerking that it has to be a fast movement, or can slow and sensual still count as twerking?
I've never seen a slow and sensual twerk. It's always just been a bump.
Neither have I. But I'm just trying to find a middle ground there because I prefer the slower and sensual. Like, let me be able to see that booty better. You know.
We need to find someone twerking to a slow song and just.
Yeah, or take somebody twerking and just like play it at like half speed.
Well, I know what Grindr I'll be looking up later.
Right?
What makes you think I'm not right now?
Other than like 12 different tabs
where both of my hands are.
Hands on screen at all time, young man.
Let me see your hands.
Right. So we were talking about this just beforehand. Neither of you know about this guy, the Freedom Phone, and it's creepy.
Yeah, I had never heard of it until you brought it up a couple of minutes before we started. So no, I don't know.
Sounds
like a scam though.
Monetizing the conservative ghetto. What?
Wow.
There's a title. Freedom Phone is the apotheosis of monetizing the conservative ghetto. There's an entire industry.
Just say right now, like you know the sentence is spiraling into bullshit when they use the word apotheosis.
Yeah. The only time that ever should matter is when we're talking about like I don't know something in 40K.
Only scientists should ever be using that word. Scientists or authors.
Entire industry devoted to keeping conservatives isolated, angry, and paranoid so they can monetize their anger and paranoia. Yeah, it's called Fox News.
I mean, you know what? There's a point being made there because I've noticed that there's a lot of VPN services pushing their products real hard lately. Like people are obsessed with VPNs these days.
Youngest Bitcoin millionaire, Eric Flinman. Yeah, he's and he looks like someone. He actually looks like his profession, the youngest Bitcoin millionaire.
He looks like a Finman.
Yeah.
He gets his hair colored. He has enough time to go get oiled.
Look at those dark roots. Come on.
Yeah.
You're not fooling anybody, guys.
So I things like that.
I think he looks like the guy who did the WikiLeaks thing.
I feel kind of like this guy started at Frosted Tips and then just kept going with it.
He's been growing it out since the 90s.
Name one time in history where the people who banned books, media, and opinions were the good guys.
Oh my god. He sounds like what he looks like.
I know! He's like a meme. He's like a zeitgeist meme that's been given form. He's an SCP.
Hi, I'm Eric. I'm the world's youngest.
He actually never exists. He's always online, but you never.
August in chat brings up a good point. This is one of the few people you can use the word coiffed with.
Not there though. He looks like a young Bill Gates there.
Also, I like how his name sign in the back makes it look like he's running for office or something.
Yeah.
This Bitcoin millionaire. I made it in Silicon
Oh god, he looks like Milo there.
Valley.
Is he going to
accomplish a lot in my life already?
Well,
but now
he's got to give up being a. I was about to say as a joke, he was going to give up being a millionaire to fight for conservative rights, but he apparently is leaving Silicon Valley to fight for conservative rights.
I'm leaving big tech to fight for free speech because the big tech overlords are violating your privacy, censoring your speech.
He's going to sneeze.
Can you go back to the last bit where all the articles were up? Because I think I saw something about Dr. Octopus. And I'm very confused.
Free speech.
Oh, there it is. Built a real-life Dr.
Octopus suit.
Also, I have to say, I am personally offended by this man because he is, not to dox myself too much, but he is smearing my name by having the same first name as me, and I don't like that.
I just want to notice or take point of that weak-ass beard.
I was just thinking that. He knows he's got a bit of a dumpy chin, but instead of going down like a proper full-fledged thing, he's more like, I'll just look like I haven't shaved in a few weeks. Motherfucker, you're a millionaire.
Actually, you know what? You know what's actually impressive about this? I have never seen such a well-dressed, well-coiffed, rich neckbeard.
It is technically a neckbeard, but I'm getting incel from his Adam's apple there.
More than half of his beard is coming from his neck and not anywhere else.
And his jowls.
He's trying to cover his double chin.
Because the big tech overlords are violating your privacy, censoring your speech, and I think that's so wrong.
That's why I sound so invested. It's so wrong. He sounds like fucking Neil Breen.
This guy is a punchable little douchebag.
That's why I created the Freedom Phone.
The only man I know more punchable than him is Ben Shapiro.
Everyone is complaining.
Oh, by the way, one of his heroes is Elon Musk, and I get a strong Elon Musk vibe from the
about big tech censorship.
He does feel like an Elon Musk wannabe.
They say build your own phone, so I did. Freedom Phone.
No, you didn't. You fucking bought a dozen of them from goddamn like China and marked up the price.
Truly is the best phone in the world.
Oh, I did.
It does
the best phone in the world.
Everything your current phone does, except censor you and spy on you. With the Freedom Phone, your freedom of speech is our number one.
He moves his hands like he's doing American Sign Language.
Kind of.
The number one
priority.
So
I want to know.
We built our own app store.
I will, sir. I will buy your phone if you start using the Dr. Octopus suit you made to prevent crime.
He could have a phone in each one of those goddamn metal claws.
Yeah, but like seriously, take that thing out and become a
uncensored.
superhero with
If an
it.
app you love has been banned from the mainstream app stores,
Okay. So, apparently also someone said this. I was watching either Vosh or Jake, and he was watching this, and someone in his comments said they still can't get. They have to still get the store, like a Patri app, which is such a annoying sounding Patriot Act.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah. But the thing is that if I'm right, the store isn't a store itself. It just goes as a third party to get onto Google Store, which still bans these ones anyway.
That's awesome. Also,
you can still
August
download it
hitting
on
it out of the
ours
park again.
because we don't ban.
This is going to make a great burner phone for drug dealers.
And we've developed.
Yes. It's kind of, except they're still going to get the cheaper ones because this one's like overpriced as fuck.
The first operating system.
Yeah, they're going to get one of these
based on your
secondhand.
free speech.
Yeah.
There's no app tracking, no keyboard tracking, and no location tracking.
Also, if that means that they don't censor anything, what about pedophilia?
Don't even get me started.
Yeah,
Also,
because,
quick
you know,
question.
right-wingers are kind of okay with that sometimes.
Yeah, but also, like, if there's no location tracking, does that mean I can't use anything that uses GPS on my phone?
Yeah, Google Maps, by
Yeah.
Uber, and Lyft, by...
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe in your security. How do we ensure you're being protected? Say hello to Trust. Trust is our privacy guard. It's designed to warn you whenever an app or a website
It's
is
the most
tracking
generic
and
name
gives
on
you
the
the
market.
option to stop it. Your data, your rules. That's our motto. The Freedom
Your
Phone
data.
is comparable to the best smartphones on the market. It has an edge-to-edge screen, a super
Comparable?
fast
How vague!
Yeah.
Just like all the other phones. This is indeed a phone.
processor, and multiple keys. And your SIM card transfers into the Freedom Phone seamlessly. Big tech companies hold a monopoly on public communication and the dissemination.
By our phone, you will in fact receive a phone.
You still will be using all these companies who will still most likely be able to monitor you.
Of information.
Yeah.
And they are abusing that power. Nobody elected Mark or Jack to be the arbiters of truth in America.
Okay, while I don't like these people and they make terrible decisions, you're right, no one did, and no one's been saying they do either. But if it's their company, they can set the rules. Isn't that just the free market there, buddy?
You know what, though? I gotta say, I think that's my favorite picture of Mark Zuckerberg I've ever seen. He looks like a complete goofball.
He looks like if they ever did like a Netflix version of XCOM, the men in suits or whatever. Those
the thin men.
Yeah, the thin men. That's what he would look like. Just give him some shades.
Actually, that facial expression looks like he's trying to like really gently ease a fart out so it won't make any noise.
I feel like that's a picture of walking out of court.
It is. I think that's the picture that was after that famous one where he tested the water that made him look like a lizard person.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see on the 4th of July? He uploaded a footage of him just on this sort of like I think he's water skiing, and he just looks so dead inside and robotic. And it's
Wait,
he is.
Someone with the flag?
Yeah.
Yet they still thought it was okay to ban a sitting president from their platforms.
It sure was. It sure was. Now, why would they ban Trump after the election was finished? Could it be maybe he was promoting some sort of coup? A coup of some
Maybe.
kind?
Could it be because he was committing treason?
Perhaps he was promoting terrorism?
If they censor
he's
a president,
the best
they will censor anyone. Imagine if Mark Zuckerberg censored MLK or
Censoring Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln. The course of history would have been altered forever. Out of all the constitutional amendments, there's a reason why.
Then we never
founding
would have gotten
fathers made the
Lincoln's
right to
very
free
influential
speech
tweet.
The very first.
My hat is very big.
I believe you have a voice that deserves to be heard without being censored. Protect yourself from big tech censorship. Let your voice be heard. Live free with the Freedom Phone.
What's going on with his nose? It looks like it's collapsing.
Maybe he partook of the nose candy in college a little bit too much.
It actually reminds me of when Michael Jackson had all that plastic surgery in his nose, and it started to just fall in on itself after a while.
Oh yeah,
like the early stages of that.
Now this is something I wanted to talk about as soon as I saw it. Somebody, it might be old news. I normally keep away from kiwi farms.
Kiwi farm now?
Yeah, I don't like kiwi farms. This is actually the first time.
I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of kiwi farms?
Yeah, no. What's that?
It's like the ultimate shit. It's 4chan, but turned into Reddit. It's just pure unadulterated.
So it's better than 4chan.
I don't know. 4chan has nudes, although a lot of those nudes might be revenge porn. So, point is, Lucas Werner. You know who Lucas Werner is, Ali?
We're in the same state.
Oh, how far away are you from Spokane? Do you smell him on the wind some days?
Yeah, when I go downtown, I look for him because I know exactly where he's at.
Can you smell that superior DNA that he's advertising?
His clients, it inflares the nostrils.
He's like a fucking nasty ass motherfucker.
What is that one thing he's always bragging about? He has like a large count of
telomeres.
Was it telemetry? Telomeres, yeah.
Telomeres, yeah. Because he heard it once, probably in college, and he kind of was like, "Oh, I've got tons of them."
Young women in their 20s can smell the telomeres in the air.
And he thinks he's epic DNA, so he deserves a young female. Mm-hmm. Young female for his old ass, because they will make the best child, because he would be such a good dad.
Ideally also if they're of another ethnicity, so he kind of also wants like a black girl who's like 17.
This reminds me of people who play like D&D and stuff like that, and they're trying to make like the most powerful character they possibly can. This guy's trying to min-max his child.
All right, I'm going to read this out. It's a long one, so try not to interrupt. But trust me, it's going to be worth it. Fellow Kiwis, and of course this is Kiwi Farms, so Kiwi Farms is full of a lot of edgelords. So expect all the slurs. But this was on ground when this happened. So, and we got video to look at the end of this, so it's worth it. Fellow Spurgs, Kiwis, I'm deeply saddened to inform you that our cow will likely be extended hiatus until further notice, lol cow. Approximately 9:40 p.m. Pacific time on July 12th, Lucas Werner was dragged screaming from a puzzle factory by men with butterfly nets. A fate would have had...
To the puzzle factory. To, not from.
Oh, to the puzzle factory, my bad. And fate,
whatever that is.
I was there to witness and document it. As I got off my bus downtown, I heard somebody screaming from the other side of the STA Plaza. I decided to go investigate the commotion. A small crowd of gawkers had formed, and upon peering over their shoulders, I stopped dead in my tracks. Instead of some tweaker flatbill, the man they were staring at was none other than the Tellermeister himself, restrained belly down on the ground, surrounded by jerk cops. The piggy was screaming at the top.
Cops? The fuck is a jerk cop?
I guess it's a cop who was also a jerk. So,
I guess.
There's going to be terms here I have no idea for. Kiwi Farms is a creature all on its own.
I'm starting to see the edgelordry you were speaking of.
Oh, this is polite. If I see a particularly bad slur, I'll find an alternative word for it. That piggy was screaming on top of his lungs about greed and how he just wants a Gen Z lady. This is how I'm like, yeah, okay, straight. I'll be like, is that Lucas? I want a Jens Lee Liddy. Okay, yeah, that's Lucas. Making all the people waiting for the night bus visually uncomfortable. Several exasperated transit officers who wear red shirts wordlessly kept him restrained on the ground as an ambulance pulled in to one of the bus slots, allowed him to sit up and then stand as the stretcher was unloaded by medical personnel. They tied him to the stretcher like an animal and slowly carted his ambulance as he continued to yell and raving. Some notables excerpts include, I want a Generation Z woman. Where are they? Gen Z man, why do you do this to me? Why do you people work for them? You all work for greed. Greedy! Yeah, that's Lucas, all right.
Greedy.
In typical form, they were almost all Gen Z people on the platform that evening. I started taking photos right away, though the throng of onlookers made it hard to do so without compromising my identity. After getting several of them on the ground, I was notified to find that my phone would no longer take photos.
Mortified.
Mortified. Or it's because the word is an SCP, naturally short-circuits recording devices.
Yeah.
The camera still didn't work after the delay. Still fast, realized still take videos, viewed the photographs, already appeared to overwrite previous photos, so I'd only one left of him on the ground quite grainy. We'll look at them in a second. However, I got a good angle of him in a recording while he was on the stretcher. So the first piece of media here is still from the video, which shows him lying restrained in the stretcher. Second file of video is an audio sample of him screaming, visually cropped to leave out my legs. Well, the subject isn't XZ related. Okay, I'm sure you can.
Why is this person worried about whether or not their legs are in the picture?
Kiwi people are obsessed. Mr. Medicare is deeply involved with Kiwi farms. And
that explains a lot, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you've ever wanted to see revenge porn of your favorite YouTuber, there's a good chance that even if they haven't found it, they'll found porn similar to it and being like, look, there's Lindsay Ellis getting railed by a black guy. Okay, is that your kink? Because I think that's your kink.
Sounds like it.
I can't stand Kiwi farms, but
that's nostalgia chick, right?
Yeah.
I've
actually seen that very picture with apparently Spoonie in a cook tent behind them. They make up some fucking weird ass shit. Even if it's true,
I used to watch Spoonie.
None of your fucking business, buddy. Like, even if it's true.
Yeah, God, it's I used to watch Spoonie, but it's been a while.
Oh,
kind of get bored of him.
He's become something else entirely. Third image is a long, very cryptic photo of him sitting up on the ground, and fourth, a shot of him raising the stretcher after restraining it in. Dark day for Warnology. Though I hope this milk drought might end when he gets out of the hospital, gets medicated, and never gets back on the internet. Apparently, this has happened to him before, which I'm not shocked by. Of course, here's the picture in question. It's very blurry, but there's Wern there on the stretcher. A lot of scared-looking people looking on.
We'll take these people's word for that, I guess. Well, I can't tell.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Just like this. Whoa, that's way too close. And
I saw their legs.
Yeah. And here's the video. You can actually hear them.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, there he is.
I don't know what he said, but that was his voice.
I think I heard him saying "what" over and over again.
Yeah, what was the only word I caught? Just to revisit a previous point, though, you said that these people are obsessed with whether or not their legs are shown on camera, but there was no explanation about why they were worried about that. Do you know why?
No.
Paranoid about any part of them being recorded, I guess.
I guess. But yeah, if anyone doesn't know, Lucas Werner is there's Lucas Werner. He was on Geek Room not too long ago. They had an interview with him. It was
like the lunatic brain on half of these pictures.
He was a lot chunkier back in the day.
Oh God.
Oh,
that's gonna haunt some dreams tonight.
There's
have you seen
go
video?
On.
That one's not bad, actually.
Oh, this is what made him famous. This is in the Daily Mail, for God's sake.
Show me your Illuminati lizard legs.
I won't stop until I'm dating a woman born in the 1990s. Oh, fuck off with your Daily Mail. I'm not getting my ad blocker for you.
Well, that probably wasn't that barista then. Unless that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. It was about what year was that? That was
early 2000s.
2017.
Okay, yeah, no, that she was not born in the 90s. Then she would have been 10 years too late for that.
Unless, of course, she's underage. Did you ever see the game?
No, I mean, if it's 2017 and he's saying that he wants a woman who is born in the 90s, that means he's looking for somebody in their mid to upper 20s rather than being 16.
Yeah.
He's 10 years off.
He also made a game where he did you hear about this? He made a game where he basically you go to like a high school where all the girls, it's only a girl high school, and it's like a board game. He never got it off the ground, and it was like all the girls are taught how to be good wives for older men, and at the end of it, all the teachers who are all older men get to go to a version of prom with them.
Shut the fuck up!
Wow!
Yep. Now, big shock! It never got off the ground. He never got the Kickstarter going.
Big shock! Wow. You know what? I think instead I'll go play a better version of that game called Schoolgirls Love Tentacles.
Far less slimy in terms of the male protagonists.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's. I don't know what's happened since then. I haven't been finding any information since then. Let's look at his Twitter. Maybe he's updated since.
I've looked too. I looked at the Spokane County Jail, and then there's a psychiatric hospital pretty close to me. And I was looking for his name in there, but I think that's like HIPAA shit.
I love how he thinks he's an anarchist, but he'll drop everything in a heartbeat if he thinks he can get a woman. Like,
yeah.
I'm here for honey,
I believe
not
that.
a buddy. Pro-direct democracy and the CEO salary gap. I design board games. Bigots are walking, talking garbage DNA.
I mean,
he does the N-word all the time.
He does.
There's two statements in that profile thing that I agree with, at least.
I like
the idea of CEO salary caps, and I hate bigots. So,
he can't stand women expressing themselves, even if they don't exist. Like, he probably doesn't even see these women anymore. Like, he doesn't see them walking around, but he still thinks of them over and over. These cocktail dressing, wearing girls going off to like clubs in heels, and he's like, "Why can't I have that?" And if he can't have them, they're all sluts. Where's my woman? Where's my woman?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what this statement means.
Well, you guys know that in Spokane, every boyfriend has 3 to 4 girlfriends, if not more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Except for him.
Go back to that.
They should just give Lucas one of them for a sandwich, maybe. Trade a Subway sandwich for a woman.
Didn't he get kicked out of Subway for like insulting he was insulting the staff?
Probably, but he said like one time about trading a sandwich for a girl.
Oh yeah, then people started asking like the sandwich economy, how many Subway sandwiches? Yeah. Like how much would a girlfriend be? Like with the 5 sandwich? It's like what's the equivalent worth of one Subway sandwich?
See, they have $5 ones, and
by the way,
is it a meal or?
Let's look at something positive. It's rare that we actually talk something outright positive that aren't animals, because animals are amazing. But
wait, go back to what was the title?
This is pretty cool. No. NYP police mental health pilot increasing rate of those getting aid. Basically, a while back, New York tried a pilot scheme where defund the police really means like just start putting money towards health services.
Yeah, like it just means to
social
take
workers
some of their funding and put it to other things.
They did a test of it, and it's working brilliantly.
Nice.
Yep.
We how that works.
News 4's Melissa Russo.
Defund was a very bad word to use for that.
Very bad term.
Mental health emergencies, and have some new information about how it's going. They've been testing it out in police involvement in cases that
they should have said reduce, not just remove.
Instead said social workers
reorganize the police, maybe.
Some EMTs were worried that
reorganize is a good one.
Without police could be dangerous, but the city says
a lot of
the
people
program
get it.
has been a success. Dispatchers
Hold
determined.
on, pause a second. Lev, what was that, Allie?
ADHD in effect. I forget.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I mean, we're both streamers. We understand forgetting what you said